Okay. Wow. Okay. Wow. All right, let me turn off the audio on my monitor here. Okay, that should do the trick. Let me double check there's no audio issues coming out of my mic. Everyone hear me, see me okay? Everything good? Everything cool? All right. That should have us set. Man, I did a whole little stretch and beverage tasting for like a minute, but for some reason it only caught like the last 10 seconds of that when I started the stream. So thank you guys for waiting. I apologize. I don't know why. It was like a really long delay from the time I started the stream to when it actually showed up on my monitor. Cool. Why, thank you, Mr. Pie Man. All goofier. That's true. I know you meant to say good. Let's see who we got in the house. We have Mr. Pie Man 2, of course. Jean-Luc, by the way, if you don't know, say hello to Jean-Luc. We have Akashic Records. Thanks for confirming the audio, guys, in the video. Mark Rodriguez, Carnage 6X, what's up? Wayo, Allenson, and Calvin 1, Drew Wise, yo, what's up? Everybody's joining. Yeah, I think this is the first sale I've done in a while where I had more than, I think I had 48 hours. For Patreon members, there was more than 48 hours. It was like almost a week worth of notification, but yeah, this is the most prepped I've been for a sale. Especially like just having, you know, everything laid out so you guys can see what I've got available. So if you've seen my Patreon preview, if you've seen the Instagram post, you know 75% or so of what I'm gonna have for sale today. So if you haven't seen that, there was a trailer on the beginning of this, but you can jump over to my Instagram page if you want a quick like preview. If for some reason you missed it, if you want to see a picture or a quick little pan over of a lot of the items, just so you can kind of see what you might want to be looking out for during the stream, head over to my Instagram page. If you haven't already, my Instagram is @TokyoToyBastard, and yeah, I've got that stuff there. But again, this stream is for everybody. Everyone is welcome here. But if you want to participate in the sale itself, and I'll go over the rules in more detail in just a second, you need to be a Patreon supporter on the Tokyo Toy BANZAI, Tokyo Toy Bastard Patreon page. So, and I know I've had complaints from people before, like, dude, you've got like, you know, a wall. You have a paywall to get into your sales, and that's not what this is. I do these sales as partial entertainment and education for you guys that are watching on YouTube, because I like to talk about the items themselves, and there's always stuff that we find, and sometimes I don't even know what some of the stuff is, especially if it's like a junk bag, and then a lot of times you guys fill me in, so it's like a fun shared experience. But if you want to buy this stuff, I only do it for my Patreon members, because that's so much less of a headache than having to go through eBay, which I've done in the past, or selling randomly on Instagram, which I've done in the past. And all of those are good things, those are good platforms, but it's just so much to like keep track of. So having it just with the people that support me on Patreon makes it so much easier, because it's all going to the people that support what I do. We have a mutual trust. I help them as much as possible. If I ever make any mistake, I always fix it, and I always try to, you know, even up the ante. So if you've been a long-time Patreon supporter, thank you so much for all of your support over the years and the months. And yeah, with that being said, we'll get into the sale and go over the rules and see who else is here. We got 26 people watching. We got Kelly in the house. What's up, Kelly? Kaiju Crook. Oh man, wisdom teeth, man, that sucks. I remember getting mine out after, I think I was speaking Chinese to my mom and the dentist, and then we went to the supermarket to get prescription medicine from the pharmacy that was at our local supermarket, Kroger. And I worked at that Kroger at that time, and I had just like gauze hanging out of my mouth and a bunch of blood, and I was like talking to the bag boys. I don't remember what I said. Hopefully it wasn't Chinese. Anyway, sorry, it just brought back a memory there. Who else we got in here? We've got Hunter Cat, what's up? Tony White, yo. Alan. Cool. Mark. Yes. Everything's on the shelf there. Yeah. Thank you all, by the way, for the concern regarding the earthquake stuff. I mean, we felt the earthquake here, but it wasn't anything too dramatic. It did give us a big shake, a big scare, but it was kind of centered really far away. But the worry is that this trough where there's several plates, major plates that meet, are due to basically, you know, slide and send Japan into a mega quake. So they're just watching out for that. It's gonna happen. They just don't know when. This week we are under a watch. So it's a holiday week here. Everyone's off of work unless you're, you know, a retail worker, which is a good thing because that means everyone's home with their families. So if something were to happen, this is probably the best week for it to happen. Everyone's prepared. Everyone's bought extra water and supplies. So let's hope it doesn't happen. But if it does happen, Japan is prepared this week. Let's just say that. Let's just hope it doesn't happen during this live stream either. That would be scary. There was actually a bigger one. I mean, it was actually a smaller intensity quake, but it was closer to here last week. And my wife and daughter were traveling. So I was here with my son. He was already in bed. And it was so big that, like, you know, I jumped out of my chair. I could barely stand up and ran down the stairs to see if he was okay. He was sound asleep. He had no idea. That was way bigger than, that felt way bigger than the one that happened a couple nights ago. But yeah. You know, it happens every couple months. I'll get a little earthquake scare. You know, it's normal. Okay, enough about earthquakes. The sale. You guys are waiting for the sale. I apologize. Let's see. We also have Space Beast. Did I miss anyone? Did I miss anybody? If I did, I apologize. Kaiju Crook, did I already say your name? I can't remember. Yes, I did. Okay, let's get into the sale. Rules. We have over 30 people watching now. Welcome everybody. My name is Jeremy Scott Monty, aka the Tokyo Toy Bastard. This is my channel, Tokyo Toy Banzai, and this is my live stream claim sale. I do these once or twice a month, and these are for everyone, all my subscribers or whoever wants to watch, but the sales themselves are strictly for Patreon supporters. And if you'd like to support me on Patreon, support what I do, you can do for as little as $1 a week. There's a $4 tier, there's an $8 tier, and there's a $20 VIP tier. They all aren't like the VIP has some more perks, but there's not too much different with the other ones. It's kind of just like how much support do you want to give. You don't have to give any. Your support could just be a like and sharing some links of some videos. That's tremendously helpful. Like comments and likes and shares are like so valuable. Please find a video that you love if you haven't shared it or liked or commented, and because I do that all the time. I'll watch a video and then I'll be like, oh crap, I didn't like or comment or share that with the person that I was going to share that with. And then when I do, I feel so much better because the person that made that video spent so much time and effort to make that video. I want to show some love because I know how much effort it takes. Sometimes more effort than others, but you know. So today there's also going to be some prizes. So perks for being a Patreon member. Aside from being able to buy the awesome stuff that I pick up, a lot of the stuff that I sell here is from my personal collection. I often downsize. I often pick up stuff that I realize I have already or have something similar, and then I end up just selling it through here. Or I actually find stuff that I know members are looking for, and sometimes I'll hit you up and be like, hey dude, I found that thing that you were mentioning, or that thing that sold out last time in the stream. I got another one. Do you want it? I offer those kind of perks to the Patreon members. I also offer pre-orders for things that are only sold in Japan. I go to Marasan events and pick up Safabi that are only available at those events when I can. And you know, there's a limitation to some of that. But that being said, next month I am going to change the tier structure a little bit. It'll be essentially the same, but there are going to be just a few little differences between the two lower tiers, and I think I might add one additional. So, but for now, everything is pretty much on the same playing field. If you want to join just the lowest tier possible, you're not gonna have much change. So if you want to do that, you can join the sale. You support what I do. That's it. If you head over to the link in the description, I will post it in the chat as well. All right, just to make it easier for you guys. All right, that's the link to my Patreon, and then let me send you the link to the actual sale, because this is where you'll need to make claims. Copy post link, yes, thank you. So that's the link if you want to sign up, and then if you already signed up, or if you're already a member, or you're about to sign up, and you don't know where to make the claims, here is the link for where you need to make the claims. All right, and then I'm gonna, oh man, there's like this stupid emoji thing that's blocking the, I can't pin it. If you guys leave some comments, the little link will move up, and then I can click. Right now there's a heart in front of it. I can't click the little pin thing. It's annoying. YouTube, fix that. You guys put the heart, the little, I can't click the thing. Stupid. God, YouTube's been making so many stupid changes. What the fuck's wrong with you, YouTube? Stop fixing things that aren't broken. By the way, this is an uncensored channel for the most part. No, hide the wife, hide the kids. I mean, if your kids are old enough, it's fine. If your wife is into it, cool. If you are the wife, welcome. Don't get a whole lot of wives watching, but we do have some wives watching. Pin message, there we go. I did it, everybody. I'm gonna celebrate with another swig of my Barista's Black Kiwi. Let's see. Kiwi mean? It's Mount Kilimanjaro. I can't even say it. Kilimanjaro. That's hard to say even without trying to pronounce it in a Japanese accent. I'm trying to read the katakana. Kilimanjaro. I did it. That's just hard. That's a, I don't know, a wiggly word. A wiggly word. Oh, cool. Can you get UCC over there? Okay, so all the rules are linked there. You can see that. I'll read the rules real quick. So basically, you have to be a member. Doesn't matter what tier you are for the time being. And basically, once I show an item, I say what it is and I say the price. That's the important part. I say the price. Then you can make a claim, which you comment the name of the item, the best you can to describe it. You know, it doesn't have to be exact, and the price. That's the important part, because that lets me kind of go this and this. You were paying attention. You didn't try to jump the gun. And it helps me to remember what price I said, because sometimes I don't remember and I don't want to have to go back and, you know, rewatch it. Let's see, here we go. Yes, and yeah, please do not claim it until I've stated the price, and I'll accept the orders and the way that they appear during the stream, and it's pretty easy for me to check because I've noticed that there were some discrepancies last time, but someone had pointed out that I can actually see the time code, which I didn't know how to do previously, but now I do. And also there's a way for me to do it via email, because it sends me notifications via email. So basically, sometimes it's like 2 or 3 people are like neck and neck for one item, so you just gotta get your claim in quick. So I recommend having the stream open on like your TV or something, and then having a device ready to get in that claim. And make sure to refresh. Please refresh once you've made a claim, because sometimes you'll see, oh, someone got it before me, or maybe you're like, I don't really want that item as much, and that other person claimed it at the same time. So you can remove your claim. Just don't claim anything unless you're 100% sure that you're ready to pay for it, please. That is the only thing I ask. Payments are due within 24 hours of invoice. So after this is over, I'm gonna do my very best to send out all the invoices within the hour of the stream ending. So if you can pay it within 24 hours, that just helps tremendously for me to keep track of everything. And I think that's it. Yeah, I'll DM you with a total. I usually DM people through Instagram because Patreon's DM system kind of sucks. It's gotten better, but it still sucks. Okay, let's get started with the sale. Also, I mentioned there was going to be some free giveaways for those that participate. So all Patreon members, all current Patreon members, if you are a Patreon member, you're already entered into this raffle. If you're not a Patreon member and you want to join this raffle, even if you don't want to join the sale, if you want to join this raffle, or you just want to help support the channel, what I do, we will be having a raffle for various sofubi. And I've decided to make this a monthly thing. And I asked Patreon members about a few things, because I had like a prize in mind last time. I had this big bag of junk, which was cool, but it wasn't anything amazing. I mean, like, there was some cool stuff inside, but it was really big and heavy, and it was mostly stuff that many people might just be like, I don't really need this. So it was a big waste, I thought, and it was very expensive to ship. So instead I was like, why don't I get some just really good stuff and let the members choose? So give you choices. So since everyone is dying for Sofubi, how about I give you every month 3 different options that are with, you know, a 50 or above value, $50 to $75 value. And the more members we have, the more I can raise the lottery prize ante. So I'll show you what we've got in store for this month. So if you're a member, you're already entered. You don't have to buy anything from the sale, but you do have to be a member. Link is in the description for all that stuff. All right, the first item we have here up in the raffle for all members who join the Patreon, we have a Blink M-Ichigo Classic Jet Jaguar. And look at that, like, saxophone kicked in as soon as I named him. Wasn't that magical? Is the music loud enough, by the way, or is it too loud? It's so hot outside, I had to blast the AC, and the AC is like right above where I have the microphone, so I kind of am trying to cover that. Thank you. Okay, now let me make this clear too. Also, thank you all. I have a lot of free members. That's cool. You can be a free member and you can kind of see what I'm posting. You can kind of see the titles, and you can. Sometimes I'll make some things available to free members, but you cannot. As a free member, you still cannot participate in the sale. It won't let you. It won't let you make a comment. So I just want to let everyone know who make like a free account, but then try to make claims and then miss something that they were trying to get, because it doesn't work. You will be able to see some things on Patreon through the free account, but you won't be able to do claim sales and some of the other stuff. So just letting you know. But thanks to all the free members that I do have, because sometimes they'll see something that I post and then they'll join because they'll want to join for that month specifically. So that's also a good thing to do. All right, yes, he's available. He will be in the lottery. Actually, I'm not going to call it a lottery. I'm going to call it a Kuji, because that's what they call it here in Japan. If you're familiar with Ichiban Kuji, I've done some videos on them. It's where you go to a convenience store, they have like a raffle box, you pull out a little slip, and you open it up, and it'll have like A, B, C prize, and then they'll have a theme, like, you know, have Dragon Ball, they'll have Godzilla. Every convenience store and every month will have different stuff. And they have tons of them, there's tons and tons. And it's basically a system owned by Bandai Namco and some other subsidiaries, and it's really popular, and it's all over the place now. Yeah, so they also have Takara Kuji, which is like, you know, like the kind of like the scratch off lottery, you know, like your Powerball, like your American lottery type stuff. And that's not as popular, I don't think. I mean, you don't see a lot of people doing that as much as you do like pachinko and the younger generation doing the Ichiban Kuji. Like Ichiban Kuji is kind of crazy. So yeah, they all have the word Kuji. So I thought maybe we'll use the word Kuji, because I know there's some discrepancies with certain platforms in the word raffle and lottery. So that's what it is. That's one of the prizes. And that right there is a $75 to $90 value on its own. I'll show you a couple more prizes, and then I'll actually have an optional, a fourth option for those that may want to take it. All right, the second option here is the Death Scream Donut Sofubi, and this is made by Death Anima Studios. Friend of the channel, mutual friend of Ken. I met this gentleman and his creations, Visitors on the Table. He's always shares a table with Ken at events here, and his stuff is for sale on display at Ken's Cafe. So if you want a little slice of Ken's Cafe and one of his mutual artist friends, artist friends, does that make sense? Check out this. It is a Sofubi like alien donut in two-tone colors, and it comes with all these like kind of trading card versions. These are all his business cards, but they're basically like these really nice trading cards of his other creatures. Super cool. And it has a coaster. So yeah, that is one of his items, and again, that is a very limited production in independent soft vinyl toy. Very similar in value to the Jet Jaguar, maybe a little less, but again, depends on what you're after. Some people may not be into Godzilla stuff, and they may want just indie vinyl. And some people may not be into indie vinyl and want Godzilla, or someone may want something completely different, like this right here. I posted this. This is something you don't see too often, but these used to be kind of everywhere when The Force Awakens came out. So yeah, I know the sequel trilogies are not the most popular with people. I really did enjoy The Force Awakens, and I had things that I liked about the other movies. I had a lot of problems with the other movies. I actually have a couple videos where we went to a Japanese theater with some of my Japanese friends and some of my coworkers to go see one or two of the Star Wars movies, and we talked about it. I'm kind of looking back, I'm like, I know I was like, there were some things that I was trying to say, but I didn't because I didn't want to complain too much, but yeah, anyway. Force Awakens was alright. This, I do love the designs, okay? So one thing I can say about the trilogy, the sequel trilogy, I love the First Order Stormtrooper designs. This is a Sofubi. This is a soft vinyl by Takara Tomy, sorry, by Bandai. Not by Takara Tomy, by Bandai. This is a Bandai soft vinyl Stormtrooper on a blister card, no less. They did a whole line of toys from the prequels. And this is special because today at 2:30, my good friend David Santana, who played this Stormtrooper in more than one movie, and he also played classic Stormtrooper, or one of the other classic type of Stormtroopers in Rogue One. He's an actor, but he lives here in Japan now. He moved here this year, and we've been hanging out. And yeah, we're gonna hang out today along with Neil Ewing, the Sofubi artist. He's gonna be hanging out today, and David's gonna sign this, and he's gonna bring some other ephemera for to add to this. So if you're a Star Wars fan and you want a Japanese soft vinyl Stormtrooper signed by the Stormtrooper and some other cool stuff that goes with it, that'll be one of the prizes. And I also bought, actually it's over here, let me show you. Now this was a suggestion by the Patreon members. All right, now I had suggested, why don't you guys suggest something for like my son to draw, and then he'll draw it, or or he'll draw something to go with the prize, because he likes drawing. He was drawing when I was thinking about this idea. But when I suggested that, I mean, people were cool with that, but they were like, why don't you draw something? I'm like, wait a second, why didn't I think of that? If you're not familiar, I was originally here working professionally as a manga artist for almost 2 years. For the creator of Fist of the North Star, Tetsuo Hara. And I have a whole video about that, and I think I'm going to make a supercut version of that because a lot of people didn't see the second half, and I want to kind of combine it all into one condensed video. So be on the lookout for that if you haven't seen the first 2 parts. But yeah, how about I make a 4th option, or I can make it maybe I could do some other thing with it. But you guys let me know what you think. Where I have these shikishi boards, so these are what like manga artists will draw a sketch or an ink and sign, and and then they'll give that as a gift or an autograph, or you'll see these in shops or collectors. Yeah, typically that's what manga artists will do little sketches on when they have signing events or promotional events. So how about I draw something for the winner, or we can have maybe 2 alternate winners. If someone wants to do the drawing or have me do the illustration as their prize, or someone can choose one of the toys as a prize. So, and I'm thinking I'll maybe draw 2 options, like maybe something related to my work history, and then something related to something I'm into these days. I don't know, or something. You can make a request, or I could just take commissions. Should I just take commissions? What do you guys think? I could do both. All right, we got over 40 people now. We're gonna start the sale. I swear to God, we're 26 minutes, and I want to say, for those of you guys that suggested hobby magazines, tokusatsu, Godzilla related type stuff, I grabbed some. So there's some of those for sale today as well. Let me have one more drink, and then we'll get started. Any questions I should check out? Thank you. Yeah, so if you join the Patreon, link is pinned, you are automatically entered into the raffle to win one of those amazing prizes. I'll flash a couple of these again. All right, these are some of the prizes, or you can have an illustration by yours truly on a fancy shikishi board. And I might even do one like me and my son both draw something on one. Like I said, he's getting really good. And he has been designing toys. If you haven't been paying attention, he actually has been designing toys that have been partially produced, so, or inspired by his designs and produced. So I have a feeling he has a big future in toy design. So you might want to have some of his illustrations while you can get them. All right, let's get started. You guys want Godzilla first, right? This is a lot of Godzilla. You guys want some Godzilla? Should we start with something small, a little warm-up snack? You want to pick something behind me? What are you trying to pick? Oh no, I'm out of tissues. That's the, hold on, I need to go get tissues. Just, yeah, blow my nose. Air conditioner on full blast does not help the allergies. I came out the other door. It's like magic. Scotty. Scotty! Any Star Trek fans in the house? Norman, are you watching? Are you here? I don't know. You want a dinosaur? I'm more of a Next Generation fan, but I like the OG. I prefer the OG movies, but there are a few episodes that I love. But yeah, Next Generation all the way. I need to get back into Next Generation. I took a break last month. Okay. Yeah, I'm rewatching it for the third time. Yes. Ninja Gaiden. All right. Big stuff, small stuff, random stuff, Godzilla stuff. What would you guys like? Godzilla, okay. I'm gonna take the biggest item out of here, just because it'll help me clear some space. Big stuff. All right, Mark, I think this is one thing you were interested in, and the only reason I'm parting with this, because I already have it. Recently found this for a very good price. This is a 1992 actually. Well, this is probably closer to the tail end of 91. So this would have followed up the King Ghidorah movie, and you got Rodan in there too, and Mechagodzilla. So yeah, this would have been Mechagodzilla movie. Sorry, I forgot he was in there. Oh wait, that's classic Mechagodzilla. Oh yeah, this would have been the lead up to the Mechagodzilla sequel and Mothra movies. Anyway, 1992. And then we've got basically classic Mechagodzilla, Rodan, Mothra larva, King Caesar. I know it's hard to see. I'll show you guys up close. King Shisa, as he's called here. Gigan, King Ghidorah. Did I say Godzilla? Let me show you. You got Rodan, Mothra larva, King Caesar, Gigan, King Ghidorah, and this is not Showa King Ghidorah, this is the Heisei King Ghidorah. You can tell by his head. The Godzilla and classic Mechagodzilla. Now, one thing about this, and I think this is why I got it for a good price, it does appear that whoever had stored this had like either taken the, like this has been opened. I'll just show you that this has been opened. This is not sealed or anything. And a lot of these sets like were not like sealed. Like some of them were like just barely taped, and all the tape from the toys that were packaged like this, almost all of them, the tape is like come off. So it's gonna be hard to find something that's still got tape attached that's not already like crusty. So when you take it out here, you can see that it's got like extra staples. So it looks like someone has like opened up one side, taken them out, and then put them back in. That's all I'm saying. There's like no scratches or anything on them, but it looks like they have like been out in the elements and just need to be washed possibly. So that's one thing to note if you buy this. You can open it. Like I said, it's basically open. But if you just want to leave it in here and you don't want to mess with it, it looks fine. You can't really tell. The only thing you can tell, I think you can tell more on Mothra and Mechagodzilla. The other ones, you like because they're such bright colors. You can kind of see that they just got like little splotches of dust and dirt on them. There's no paint scratches, so it doesn't look like they were played with. It looked like they were just like set out in the elements and then just put back in the box. All right, so these figures, like for example, this King Ghidorah, these are always broken, the little horns, and when I see these loose, if they're not broken on the horns, they're usually like 20 bucks on their own, and the other ones are always typically like 15 bucks on their own. So that's a lot. That's a lot of money. We're not asking that. When I see this out in the wild as a set, when it's not like looking funky, I see it like $75 to $100 roughly ish recently. Trust me, it didn't used to be like that. It's gotten crazy recently. And here's the back of the box, by the way, if you haven't seen the back. But the box is like really clean. The box does not look like it's been out in the elements or anything. It's actually pretty clean. It even still has the sticker and stuff there. It all looks really good. And even the plastic here is really clean. I think in order to fairly price this and make a little bit of money back, because that's the whole purpose of this is, you know, I'm reducing my work hours. If I haven't explained that, I've reduced my full-time work and I'm doing this semi-full-time, and I don't make nearly enough from YouTube. I'm lucky if I make $100 in a month, you know, I'm lucky. Like, that means that video did very well. Seriously, I'm not fucking joking. That's how much like a YouTuber with 10,000 subscribers makes if a video does well. Maybe $100 a month. That's why I rely on Patreon, and I'm very thankful to have all the members that are here watching now and that are not watching. And there's a lot of people that want to watch that it's like, you know, 4 a.m. in the UK or whatever. Thank you if you are staying up to watch this. So yeah, I can't just give shit away. So, but I gotta be fair, it's for the Patreons. So I would ask for this set right here, I think a fair price, $65. What do you think? $65, claim it on Patreon. Just call it the 1992, like Godzilla 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 kaiju pack, you know, or you can list the names of the kaiju. Thanks, Jeff. Thanks very much. Space Beast, did I say hello to you? Let's see. Okay, I think we're all caught up. All right, that's a Godzilla. You want another Godzilla? You want some Gamera? You want something different? I want to see what you know, you guys are the ones watching, and I don't want to make you guys wait for stuff, so I've got a lot of stuff here. I can start just dishing it out, which is I'm probably going to do, but I want to, you know, see what you guys want to see first. Then I'll start dishing it out. All right, we got a Gamera. Alrighty, we have a vintage 1996 Bandai Gamera from Gamera 2, Attack or Advent of Legion, and it has a really clean card. And I find these not, I mean, like out of all the Gamera toys, I used to see the Gamera 3, the 1999 version, the theater exclusive, all the time. Like when I moved here 20 years ago, I would see those everywhere, and they were always cheap. And it was kind of hard to find these, but now I see these maybe more than some of the other ones, like with tags. So I don't know why, and they're always in really good condition. Not always, but often. So, and luckily these are not too expensive yet, because some of the other Godzilla stuff have started to shoot up, and a lot of the Gamera stuff has started to shoot up. And there is talks of some crisscross action, from what I've heard from various grapevines. So anyway, I know that there's a lot going on with Gamera and Godzilla both, and a lot going on with their Netflixes and future plans. So if you're looking to get Gamera stuff, I wouldn't wait any longer, because it's not going to get any cheaper. Gamera stuff has been cheap for years. Like even the designer software Gamera stuff has been cheap. Not anymore. It's started to go up. So it's a trend I've been noticing. Just you know, all the kaiju stuff's been going crazy. All the Kamen Rider stuff, the Ultraman, Godzilla has been going crazy. Gamera has never been one to be pricey, but it's starting to be pricey. So if you want a 1996 Gamera, you have to buy him with this, because the last time I put this in the sale, and I'd mentioned this is one of my favorite toys of all time, no one claimed it, even though it was so cheap. And these are from the same film, and they both have their tags. So I thought, you know, why don't I sell them as a set? Because it looks kind of cute. It's like his little baby's holding it. Look at that. So this is Legion, or Legion, from Gamera 2, the alien space mama bug. And so we have a little pair here. This is by Yutaka, which is a subsidiary of Bandai, and this is a Bandai toy. If you want to buy the pair, I think a fair price for the pair would be, let's see here, you know what? I think the bottom dollar I could do on the pair would be, because of just how nice the tag is, $45. $45 for the pair. And these are really nice. These are both very clean with their tags. $45 for the pair. That's close to what I would typically ask for just this, if it was that clean. I think that's pretty close to what I asked for the last two. And like I said, this is one of my, let me explain why. This is one of my favorite toys because I love simple, cheap, 90s bargain like Yutaka Safabi. And Legion is one of my favorite kaiju. Biollante is one of my other favorite, and Legion was created by the same team that created Biollante. And I don't know, I'm not a big bug guy. I just like how simple this little Safabi is. And it's got like its little simple articulation points. I don't know what it is about this thing, but I love this. And I have box version. I have two different box versions. I have loose ones, tag versions, and I have the big versions, of course. Yeah, I'm a Legion nut. All right, what's that YouTube and Insta? Are you talking to, what are you guys talking about here? I like turtles too. I like turtles. I'm having trouble putting this back in the bag. You know what, Legion? You don't need to be in the bag right now. People are waiting. Okay, you're talking about Battle Club stuff. Yeah, he posts lots of cool stuff on Instagram. Let's do some Keshi. I do have Keshi, I still have two giant Keshi junk bags that I'm saving for live streams as well. I will do one of them, potentially this weekend, this coming weekend, because I'm off for the next week. All right, so check this out here. This is an Ichiban Kuji prize. We talked about Ichiban Kuji earlier. This was a lottery prize. You paid about $8, $7 or $8, and then you'd get a prize. This was one of them. This is a classic Mechagodzilla 1975. Really cool silver paint, never been used. It was inside of a plastic container. I just took it out because I wanted to display it with this. So, and I'm selling it together with these silver vintage Keshi, and these Keshi are from the early 90s. And I thought they just matched appropriately because you've got a silver Mecha King Ghidorah. Notice the Mecha. You have a Heisei Super Mechagodzilla. And then, to go with the cup, you have a silver Showa Classic Mechagodzilla Keshi. So you get the 3 Keshi plus the cup, the Ichiban Kuji cup. Like I said, when I bought these originally, I did a whole video where I got these things. These cost me about $7 for just this. If you want to get the set of 3 Keshi and the cup, it would be $15. $15 for the set of 3 vintage Keshi and the prize cup. I will also note, anyone that buys 2 or more items, actually, sorry, anyone, I have to make it, it also depends on the price of the item. If the total of your items is like above 50 bucks, and you buy at least 2 items or 3 items, I will knock off $5. I generally do that for every sale automatically. That's also something to note if you want to save $5 and buy 2 or 3 things. All right, let me check the comments here. Yes, G2 is a great movie. By the way, let me mention something because someone might be asking about it. So earlier this week or last week, whenever it was, I posted my edit of the Lake Texarkana Gamera 2 dub, which I called BANZAI, Redneck BANZAI. And yeah, it was something goofy. I just had some ideas to insert some sound effects and make some cuts and little jokes. It was goofy, dumb stuff. But then at the same time, I'm also friends with people that made that movie or helped make that movie, and I'm acquainted with people that helped produce that movie. And although I don't show any actual kaiju stuff in that scene. And as much as I think it's hilarious, I thought maybe it might be in bad taste to keep it up publicly. So it's still there. It's on Patreon, and it's unlisted on YouTube. So if you have the link, or if you find one of my links to it through my social media, it's still there. It's just not visible on the main page. I just want to be careful. You know, sometimes, even though it's just a joke, and I could, you know, whatever. Just, you know, I don't want to step on anyone's toes, especially if they're within the realm of me potentially, you know, meeting soon and them being like, hey, what's up with that? You know, I don't want to fuck around. So, yeah. Norman didn't comment on it after I posted it, so I took that as a sign to maybe, I don't know. Anyway, how about a lot of Pepsi Man bottle caps? Here's a bunch of Pepsi Man bottle caps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, something like that. Plus, this is a Japanese bonus price toy Bruce Lee minifigure with a base stand. He's got legs. They're not attached. They're all inside of a little thing. And a bunch of this little character. I always forget her name. She's a little mascot, and you can hang her. She's like a stationary mascot. You can hang her from like glasses and cups and paper and pens and... Hold on. There's a few different ones in here, and there's one that's still on the little package, and she's got a kimono. You can hang her from the legs, and there's like something about acupuncture or something on the back. I don't know. That's in here. I just thought it was random, and these are all cool little minifigures. So if you want a little instant Pepsi Man collection and some cool little minifigures that you probably won't find anywhere else. 15 bucks, 15, I almost said 15 ballers. $15. 15 bucks, $15. 15 ballers. That is true. All beverage themed. Here's a little small doodad. I'm gonna start blowing through stuff, alright guys? I will, by the way, I do plan to end this stream at 12 o'clock here, which is in an hour and 15 minutes. So the stream will end in about an hour and 15 minutes, if you're wondering when I might stop. So in this lot here, we have a vintage Japanese plow model robot. I always forget the name of the series. It's like Robo something. It's a popular plastic model series from the early 80's. I always forget the name. And this is, believe it or not, this is a miniature Sofubi. That is a vinyl robot, Jetman robot. In a little Yutaka header bag thing. These come together as a set. This is like a freebie bonus essentially. You're basically getting this. Isn't that sick? Super sick. If you want the pair, this would be $20. $20. You're basically just paying for this, but yeah, $20. You get the pair. I was tempted to keep that, but I don't collect Jetman. I do plan on watching Jetman. I'm not a Sentai guy, but there are 2 or 3 Sentai series that I do have on my bucket list. So those of you that are Sentai fans, that are fans of the channel, and you know, I don't really cover Sentai, although Jean-Luc knows more than I do, and sometimes we have little fun, you know, super sliders. I need to get some super sliders. I'm not having a heart attack, by the way. I thought I had something in my pocket because it was like sticking out, and yeah, now I notice I do. I have like a bunch of tissues and wet wipes. Okay. Well, I had tissues all along. I need another drink. Super Shogun Boba Fett. I used to have one of those. That's fun to say really fast. Next item. Do you guys know Kero-chan? I have a lot of classic Showa Kero-chan Sofubi. If you go to any like doctor's office or like library or any like old like business, family business or anything here in Japan, you'll often see these at like the cash register or somewhere on the desk. And they're just little classic mascots. There's a lot of like little pharmacy, drugstore mascots that you'll see that are popular in Japan. And they're not necessarily at those kinds of places. They're just, you know, I'm trying to think of an example in the U.S. You know, like a classic mascot that someone might have decorated in their office. You know, but yeah, I pick these up when I find them cheap. This one's cool because it's got, instead of a, usually they have like an overall dress type thing. This one's got more of the like a Japanese like summer yukata or something. I mean, it's obviously just a vinyl like skirt, but that, you know, that's what they're going for. And then there's a little one too. So if you want the pair of these, I'm selling the pair for $25. Get you the pair. But again, if you buy 2 or more things, I'll knock $5 off of that. Is the music too loud? Suddenly the saxophone got really loud. People often ask me for the Disney mascots and the Sato elephant, the orange elephant. If you watched Ultraman Rising, there's a scene where I think the kaiju is using the Sato elephant to smash Ultraman in the face. Or was it Ultraman smashing it in the face? I can't remember. But anyway, one of them is getting smashed in the face with that orange elephant. That's an actual drugstore mascot. Or pharmacy mascot. But yeah, Disney the Disney banks, those are cheap. I can get those when I go out to, especially knocking on Broadway. There was recently a bunch dumped online. I tried to grab some, but they went like instantly. So I can't remember. I think I might have 1 or 2 in here. So anyway, any Pokemon fans? I forgot this Pokemon's name. I know it's got 2 different names, but this is a really cool toy. I bought this on my own. Sometimes my kids are not super into Pokemon, but sometimes they'll have like Pokemon Happy Sets or something, and back in the day they used to get them. Happy Sets are what they call Happy Meals here. But it's cool because its tail's in here, but I just don't want to assemble it. It's got tails and antennas. Those are all in here. You can see them there. There's the antennas right under the tail. But it's, once you put the tail together and everything, like he's got like action functions. Like if you move his arms or mouth or something, his mouth opens and his wings flap and his tail moves back and forth. It's a really cool like little figure. I was just playing with him at a book off, and then I was like, this is cool, I'm gonna buy it. And it was not $1, it was more expensive. This is something I kind of custom made. Now this is an actual gumball machine that was branded with Honehonesaurus dinosaur bones. And it's cool, it's got like the little destruction thing. So you can put gumballs in here, but I've got Honehonesaurus dinosaur bones. These are actual Japanese candy toys, and you can assemble a full dinosaur if you take it out of there. But I thought it looked cool displayed in there. But yeah, you could put little capsules or little gumballs or candies, whatever you want to put in there. But I'm selling these as like a pair. You can actually even make a little custom, you know, if you wanted to. They look cool displayed together, the same colors. But yeah, his tail and everything's in there, his little antennas. If you want this little set right here, $15. $15 for the Pokemon Dinosaur Bone Gachapon set. Dragonite, is that his name in English? I asked my son what his name was, but he only knows the Japanese names. And again, he's not super into Pokemon, and he only knows the Japanese names. More Godzilla, you say? Okay. Big Godzilla. Now, this is another set that I was tempted to keep because I do not have this box. So I might price this a little bit higher just because if no one goes for it, I might keep it. I do have a few of the items from this box set, but I do not have a mint boxed example. Let me show you what it is. This is a really beautiful piece right here. And it's hard to see what's in there, I know. Let me see if I can get a light. All right, I got a little light. So you guys can see what's inside. So there's cards and art and stuff and other stuff. And there's Batra larva, Mothra larva, Godzilla. And this is a really awesome Godzilla. This is they only released this Godzilla in this set. As far as I know, I've never seen this Godzilla sold anywhere outside of this set. And this is not the large size Godzilla that you're probably aware of from that time period. And this is not the mini. This is like a mid-size. I love this piece. I have this one, and it comes with the Tokyo government building. So I have that too. So these are really cool pieces. I mean, I'm not a Batra fan, or I don't really like Mothra larva, but these are cool. And I mean, I do like this movie. This is a cool scene. I do give it credit. But yeah, it's a really awesome Godzilla. Let me give you a better look at that. Look at this guy. Yeah. Okay, let me turn this light off. And let me show you the back of the box and the sides of the box here. It's a really nice box. The front of the box is like a little concave, like right here. That's fixable. The rest of it is pretty good except for right here. But all the other edges are like crisp. And it's hard to find these boxes. I mean, people think that you come here and this stuff is just like falling out of the walls. No, it's hard to find this stuff now. Just so you know, because people come to like Broadway and stuff, and if you find this kind of stuff, it's like, oh my God, they have it, and you better grab it because it's gonna be gone quick. This is a very hard one to find. Again, if you want to pry this from my hands, because this is probably the only thing that I'm tempted to keep out of this entire set of stuff, I would have to get 75 for this. 75. I think that's very, very fair. This is a hard piece to come by. That's the bare minimum I would take for it. 75 if you want it. Just call it the Batra box set. Batra box set. This was produced in 1992. Both 1992 sets. Alrighty. How about some Kamen Rider? We got some Kamen Rider. We got some Ultraman too. And we got more Godzilla. Just wait. Here's a really neat little set. Let me take this out because it's hard to see with the glare. Yeah, 1992. That's fine. As long as I can tell what it is and you put the price, that's fine. I really should like predetermine what to call these things because look at the names of these box sets are like ridiculous. It's like it's like 6 sets of kanji. Like first of all, I can barely read kanji. I can read some of it. Oh, it does have furigana there. San Dai Kaiju Tai. Anyway, are you gonna be able to write that? No. That's not even the full thing. So anyway, yeah, that's why. Alright, sorry, this is a bag of little figures here. So I had some of these for sale in my last stream and no one grabbed them, but I went back and I found more in different color varieties. So I'm not a Kamen Rider Kuga fan, but I know Kuga is very popular. And there's a finger puppet too, but look at the different color varieties. I think I'm missing a blue one and maybe one more. Those are really sick though, and these are vintage from the year that Kuga came out, 99 or 2000. Doesn't stop there. You also get a vintage Kamen Rider Kuga gum belt. Check this out. This is a mint in box, original Kamen Rider Kuga belt, henshin belt that's full of gum that is obviously expired, but that is so cool. I'm not a Kuga fan, but when I found this, I was like, I gotta grab that because I already had these little guys. That's what I like doing for these sales, because you know I do pick stuff out of my collection that like I don't have space for. I have doubles or whatever, or I've grown tired of, and I'll add it to the sales sometimes. Sometimes I have variants that I don't really need. I'll add them to the sales, or sometimes I'll decide like I don't really need to focus on this collection anymore, and then I'll sell like almost the entire collection. But with Kuga, I just thought these were cool, got them for a good deal, so I picked those up, and then I found that. So sometimes when I find things that I can make like a cool set of unique items that you probably can't find anywhere else, that's what I like to do with these sales. So it's not just like, I rarely have those big boxed items. It's usually stuff like this. But when I get the boxed items, it's fun. Kuga set here. You get these, plus the finger puppet. So you get all of these plus this. I think I would have to get $35. $35 for the Kamen Rider Kuga lot, which includes the mint in box gum belt and all the Sofa-B minis. $35. You'll notice I like the price, $35. I use it a lot. It's a nice value that usually covers the costs of what I've paid, but not too much for, the buyer. There's some mental gymnastics you have to do. As a collector, I know. how to reason with myself when I want to buy something. 35 seems to be a good number for a lot of stuff. Sometimes it doesn't quite meet the value, but I try to keep stuff 35 and under when I can. Alrighty, where did I have all this stuff? Oh yes, are these in here? No, they were in here. Alright, would you guys like some more Kamen Rider? Like classic Kamen Rider? Would you like some more Godzilla? Would you like some Ultraman? Because I haven't done any of that. Or would you like some hobby magazines next? Some more Sofubi? I do have some more Tokusatsu related Sofubi that's kind of Godzilla, but not. But I also do have some more Godzilla box sets. I've also got some Ultraman box sets. Got some Kamen Rider box stuff. I've got some junk lots. Hobby magazines. Mint with card Sofubi. There's that lot right there. Once again, if you are just joining us, the link is in the chat and it's also in the description. If you want to join the sale, you have to be a member. Any tier works for this sale. And there is a post with this live stream you claim right there in the comments. And then after this ends, I will be ending this stream in exactly 1 hour from now. We have 1 hour until I'm ending the stream. We'll get through the rest of this stuff by then. And then I'm gonna start sending out invoices as soon as possible. Like, I'm gonna send invoices out within the hour, or as late as this, like within 2 hours of this ending, I will be sending you an invoice. So within the next 2 to 3 hours, expect an invoice if you claim something. You have 24 hours to pay for that, but it helps me to remember to send it out as soon as possible. And if you can pay within 24 hours, it helps me not forget that you have or haven't paid. I try to keep it written down. Sometimes people will pay for stuff and I'm like at work or I'm traveling, and a lot of the notes I keep are physical here on the actual items because that just helps me. Yeah, enough about that. Any questions? Do you guys have any questions? Please, feel free to ask questions. I've been neglecting the chat. I'm glad you guys like Kuga. We got some people request for Ultraman and magazines. All right, we'll do Ultraman and magazines next. And we'll do some more Godzilla, of course. Jumbo Messengers. Yeah, I don't have any of those, sorry. All right, cool. So, also, for those just joining, there's a lottery. So I have different Sofubi prizes if you're already a Patreon member, or if you join this month, only this month. I have these are up for grabs. I'll probably choose 2 winners and give them choices based on what their preference is. And then I've also got the Sofubi donut here, and then I've also got the option of you requesting me to draw an image on a shikishi, as I haven't taken. I used to literally live off of commissions. I used to travel and do anime conventions and comic book conventions. I don't talk about that often because I used to be a professional manga assistant and worked for Fist of the Blue Sky, the prequel to Fist of the North Star, directly under the original creator Tetsuo Hara. I have a whole video, 2-part video about that. Check it out if you haven't seen it. I'm gonna do a super cut of that soon. But yeah, members, I brought up, hey, why don't I do some Sofubi and my son can draw a picture and I'll put it together. And you guys were like, nah, why don't you draw a picture? I'm like, yeah, why don't I draw a picture? I haven't done commissions in, oh Lord, probably since my kids were born. That's when I stopped going to the conventions. But yeah, I can draw it on a cool little professional shikishi board. This is what manga artists use when they draw, sketches and signatures and have them hanging up. These are smaller ones. I can get bigger ones. And that might be something that I offer to like VIP members, if they want to request something like that. I am going to update the tiers as of next month. But for right now, if you want to join, any tier can get a lot of this stuff. So just, if you want to join, now's a good time. You also are entered automatically once you join to win any of that stuff. Your choice if you get drawn first. And I will definitely choose 2 winners. And the second winner can choose up whatever's left. And then the next month, whatever doesn't get chosen will stay, and then I'll add something new, plus a new drawing. Isn't that cool? I'm finally getting smart. Thank you guys for the suggestions. It's all you guys, honestly. I'm dumb. I also am trying to make a point to get more sleep, because I've been neglecting sleep Since I've reduced my work hours, I've increased my hours of working on stuff at home, and yeah, it's caused a lot of problems with my like short-term memory and just like bad mood. So I'm making it a point from this vacation onward to sleep more. So I may be putting out fewer videos, but I want to put out more high quality, longer videos. So I think it's a better exchange. I get more sleep, you get better videos. Because it feels like sometimes I'm rushing to put out a video just to get out something, and it just ends up being like just edited, you know, jokes. And it's fun. It's a good exercise for me to edit. It's fun. I have a good laugh. I'm sure a lot of you have a good laugh. That's not really what I want to do for the channel, you know? I mean, it's fun. I would love to just leave them up there. But I'll probably make those more like Patreon things when I have extra time. I'm gonna stop rambling. Next item, Ultraman. Whoop. Insert the Ultraman sound effect in your head. This is a really cool box set. Another one I am tempted to keep, but no, I cannot. I do not collect these. I do collect these. I collect all the variants of this Ultraman. You can't see it. I have 3 different variants of this Yutaka weird Rip Toy Ultraman. But I collect the Dragon Ball versions of those 2 and Batman. Those are all in the same exact box. As cool as this is, I only collect Gamera and Godzilla box sets. So you've got Ultraman, Ultraman Taro, and you've got a couple kaiju down here. Really awesome Yutaka box set, and it's also got the Hardy Robin. Let me explain this. So Hardy Robin and Yutaka are subsidiaries of BANZAI that did budget like Bargain Bin, you know, rack toys in the 80s and 90s. And they still do stuff, I believe, but the 90s, they were very prevalent, especially the early 90s. This is one of their Ultraman sets. Really cool box. Look at the back there. You got Father of Ultra and the Ultra family right there, the Ultra brothers. It's a really neat box. It is the Ultra Hero Battle Set. Ultra Hero Battle Set. If you want to claim the Ultra Hero Battle Set from 1994, made in Japan, one of the very last like soft vinyl sets. Like they stopped making stuff in Japan after like the mid-90s. Everything started being made in China after that. This set right here, I think $35. $35. $35 for the Ultra Hero Battle Set. I told you you'd hear that number a lot. I believe we wanted hobby magazines, yes? I have a lot of them here. I need another drink though. Yeah, thanks for the suggestion, Wayo, about the shorts. I do post shorts. I don't know if you've noticed. I do post shorts, but they're not like pre-planned or anything. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you a secret about me. I fucking hate shorts. I think they're the worst thing to ever happen to YouTube, and I think they are ruining the platform. As a teacher of kids and having 2 kids, it's like all they fucking watch now, and I know I sound like an old man, like going complaining, like, oh, it's melting your brain, but it's literally it's their attention span is like they don't ever observe, like sit and observe, because these kids don't go outside hardly, especially in Tokyo. They never like just observe the moment. You know, that's like, I think it's very important, especially if you're not interacting, you know, with kids your age all the time. And if you're at school and stuff, they do a lot of that at school. That's fine. But the online gaming, I think, is much better because you're at least communicating. But the YouTube shorts are fucking terrible, and it's usually people ripping off someone else's content, and you know, and I'm guilty of editing other people's content into my stuff, but it's highly edited, and I credit those people. I show literally the channels and link the channels. People will post these, sorry about this side rant, people will post these short videos that they've just ripped information from, and then get millions of views, and the people that actually got the fucking information get nothing. This is why I want to have this podcast that if you haven't seen the first episode, I want to go into full-on rants, because I used to do a lot of that, and that's a good thing for podcasts. But yeah, fuck YouTube Shorts. Not you. By the way, Wayo, your suggestion is very valid. That's why I still do post them, because it is very valid for the algorithm. 100%. Your suggestion is great. I do need to prepare more. I posted one yesterday and it filled up my little YouTube screen of like 3 bars of shorts, and I was like, I finally filled up a whole page of shorts. I don't have to make shorts anymore. That's not true, because YouTube will be like, hey, this guy's not making any shorts. We're gonna stop showing his shit to people. All right, side ran over. Since we're on Ultraman, did I lose all the people watching? No, cool. Looks like everyone's still watching. Alrighty. Isn't that awesome? Look at that. Look at that art. It's so sick. I have way too many random tokusatsu books and hobby books and magazines. I would love to keep this. I do not need to keep this. So this is quarterly magazine Uchusin, 1991, volume 56, featuring Ultraman, and this was for the Ultraman 25th anniversary. And you've got some cool stuff on the back there. If you're a fan of this kind of stuff, but more of like the art side, check out Japan Book Hunter and his YouTube channel and Instagram. He does this kind of stuff like every day, but he's more focused on the art and manga. I'm just occasionally picking up some hobby books because you guys said you wanted them. So let me show you what's inside. I'll give you a quick little flip. Look, we got Daimajin right at the gate there, and then we got Kamen Rider. This book is basically got, if you're a tokusatsu fan, this book is full of everything that you could love. A lot of it's black and white in the middle. Hold on, let me show you. It's a lot of like manga. Look at this. Even the black and white pages are pure gold. Check this out. Here's a full like Keita Amamiya interview, or no, sorry, not interview. I think it's partially interview and then partial Zeiram script with illustrations from the Zeiram script, and this is promoting the film at the time it was like about to come out. Like, it's so fucking sick. And it keeps going. There's just pages and pages, and there's concept arts of Zeiram. So if you're a Zeiram fan, I mean, this is a sick book to have. But yeah, I kind of skipped over a bunch of the other stuff. I mean, like all the black and white pages in here are great. I skipped over a lot of the color pages. There's such amazing stuff in here. Like just some of the ads and stuff in here, like for the movies, animes coming out at the time. These magazines are so sick. You could look at these, like one of these books, you could literally look at for an hour, even without being able to read it. Because I know a lot of people are like, I can't read the magazine, why would I buy it? You're buying it for all of these just gorgeous photographs and art. That's why you're buying it. You're not buying it to read it. But we live in a time where you can instantly translate every page, so why not? Look at this. There's a 2-page spread of just awesome, rare Ultraman shit. Okay, I'm not gonna show you everything in this book. There's more kaiju and stuff in here. Yeah. If you want this, $15. $15 for, let's just call it Ultraman Quarterly Magazine. Ultraman Magazine. Uchuzen Ultraman. Whatever. Volume 56. $15. Whatever, any of those keywords that I mentioned, plus that price, will win you the magazine. Next one. Notice these are all, have been kept in plastic. So these are all very clean. This is a sick cover featuring the Heisei Godzilla. One of the variations of Heisei Godzilla, and this is from 1995. So this is probably, oh yeah, well, you can see at the bottom here, all the other kaiju. So this is probably leading up to Godzilla vs. Destroyer, but before it had come out. Yes, Yuji Kaida, who I had the opportunity to meet late last year? Oh no, I guess this is after Destroyer came out, because there is full page spreads of Destroyer stuff. I know Destroyer came out that year. I just figured this might have, actually, you know what? This might be before this might be before it came out, because they're not really showing a lot. That's all they're showing. They're not showing like what he looks like in full, because those are like graphics like rendered after the fact anyway. They're not even showing the full form Destroya here either. They're only showing like the smaller ones. So yeah, I imagine this is just promoting the lead up. Oh yeah, I should probably show you. I'm like looking at it and you guys can't even see. I'm just gonna flip through this one a lot faster than that last one. So this is the same magazine. So you can see it's got the black and white pages. I saw some Subaraya action back there. But even the black and white pages with the text have lots of cool stuff inside of them. Look at this. Hey, we got some old, are those Metacom? No, sorry. I was thinking, like, some of these magazines have, like, showcases of Ken's old work. Hey, look. Whoa, I didn't see this in here. There's, like, Gamera, a Gamera and Gauss thing here. And there's also, like, monster concept art. I didn't even know that was in there. That's rad. Again, I mean, you'll find so many cool things in here that even if you can't read Japanese, like you can be like, "Whoa, what's that?" And then Google Translate. There you go. There's really cool stuff in here. Again, I find this kind of stuff all the time, so I can get more of these if you guys want more, or if I decide that was a cool issue, I might need to go get that for myself. Yeah, look at all this cool Ultraman stuff in here. And this is not the Ultraman issue. This is the Godzilla issue. Let's see what else we got in here. Whoa, that's sick. I'm not gonna show you what it is. Got Gamera stuff, Lika-chan dolls. Yeah, Sentai, cosplay. Good stuff. Lots of good stuff in here. The cover is the main selling point though, I think. If you want this, $15. Let's just call it quarterly magazine, Godzilla cover, volume 73, or Uchuzen magazine, volume 73. Godzilla cover 73. Not $73, $15. 73 is the issue number. Basis is back. Did Mark, you know, I haven't even checked the claims. If you are just joining us, there's a link in the description and a link in the chat to join. If you want to participate in the sale, you can hang out with us and learn about the items and things and ask questions. Or if you want to join, we have a giveaway this month for various soft vinyl items. If you join, you're automatically entered to win, and it's your choice. I'll pull 2 members. The first winner can choose one of 3 or 4 prizes, and the runner-up will choose whatever's left. And then the leftovers will default to this following month, and I'll add something else to the pile of loot for the following month. And the more Patreon supporters I get, the more I will put into the lottery. So the prizes will just keep getting better and better, or better and better and more. So there'll be more winners in the future, the more members I have. So that'll make it more fair and equal and balanced. And like I said, I am reducing my work hours of my teaching job to do this more often, and so a lot of my income is coming from this kind of stuff. So like Patreon, and because YouTube doesn't pay shit, as I mentioned earlier. I talked a lot about that. I'm not gonna talk about it again. The next one is Gamera. Gamera 2. We talked a lot about Gamera 2 and Legion. Here is a quarterly magazine, Uchuzen, volume 77 from 1996. And on the back, we got more Gamera goodness. There's the spine. Let's give a quick flip through this one. What we got in the front there? We got in the inlay. Oh, cool. Got some Metal Heroes, Detective K, Kamen Rider, RX, Black RX, Metalda, Gavan. I love all these old Japanese like movie and TV ads. Oh, look, we got spreads of Gamera goodness in here. Look at that. Oh, baby. Oh, it's a pullout. And it's got a whole collection of Gamera toys inside. Holy shit, I didn't even know that. Now, I already have the Gamera Encyclopedia collectibles. There is a Gamera Encyclopedia of collectibles that goes all the way up into Gamera 3, I believe. Or at least most of the Gamera 3 products. Great book. I've had it for sale here before. I used to find it really cheap. I still see it occasionally, but it's usually $20, $25 now. I can try to get it if you want one. But yeah, this is the next best thing because it's got a full page spread of all of the awesome stuff that came out that year, including the theater exclusive, which is one of my favorite, which is the same one that I showed you guys earlier that was for sale, but that's the theater exclusive version of it. That's one of my favorite, another one of my favorite toys of all time. I love that version of it. Yeah, oh, I mean, just look at all the cool stuff in this one. Look at all the cool stuff. I'm not even gonna show you I'm not gonna show you anything else in here. You gotta buy it if you want to see the rest. Oh, oh, cool. I bet you wish you knew what was in here, didn't you? That's pretty cool. I'll show you this one. I'll show you this. I love this Ultraman art right there. Oh yeah. Whoa. Bunch of Menko. Star Wars toys? Wow, they got a whole section on American toys, like the Power of the Force. You can see what their opinions were on the Power of the Force line from the 90s. That's an interesting thing you probably won't ever get a, you know, introspective into unless you read something like this. The thoughts of Japanese collectors on those toys. So yeah. Oh, hey, Mark. I just saw an ad for one of your favorite movies in here. One of the movies that you recommended to me that I haven't seen yet. Whoa, what's this? This is not that, but look at that. That's so cool. Sorry. I know I said I wasn't going to show anything else. No, where'd it go? There's a feature on Ultraman Tiga in here. This is a great issue. I might have to make this one a little bit more pricey. I haven't set a price yet, so don't claim it. Where did it go? Oh, that's another cool set of ads. I have some toys from this. I'll do a video about this at some point. I have a really rare toy based on that because Kaneko, the director of Gamera and GMK, worked on that. And they had a rare set of candy toys that I've only ever seen once, and I bought it, even though it was insanely expensive. Where's the thing this is all for, I hope you're still watching, Mark, because I paused to show you this because I flipped past it. Anyway, I did not know there was a Legion plush. I don't have that. Okay, I can't find it anyway. Mark, I don't know if you're still watching, but I know there's probably a few of you guys that are foaming at the mouth for this issue. All right. Now I'm gonna say this right now. I can get more of these. All right. Don't worry. I can get more of this issue or any of these other issues for that matter. Some may be harder to find than others. I don't expect this one would be particularly hard to find. So, I am going to ask $20 for this issue, just because of the pull-out Gamera guide, and this had way more cool stuff than some of those other books. So, $20 if you want it. You can probably find it cheaper online in Japan, but then you're going to have to pay $20 or more just to have it shipped to you. So, that's the benefit of buying it from me. Because what I do is I take all the stuff, I should have explained this earlier, I take all the stuff, I add it to the box that you claimed, and I keep it for you. And the next sale, whatever you want to buy, I add whatever you paid for to the stuff from the previous sale. And once it's full, or you're like ready for it, then I'll ship it to you. That way you're getting a bunch of stuff in one box, rather than having almost like a $10 to $20 shipping price difference, and getting like one thing. You know what I mean? Yeah, well, it depends on what issue it is. I'll tell you right now, these were not $1. And I also had to pay to ship these to my house because I did not find these in the wild. All right, this is another issue. This is going to be another one that's going to be not $15. So this one is Quarterly Magazine Zeiram. It's not Zeiram, Uchuzen, featuring Zeiram. And this is got the wanted sign because this is like the open call for Zeiram 2. And you have a pull out Space Godzilla here too. Look at that. And check it out. There's Spotlight on Zeiram 2. I guess this was actually after the casting call, but this is a feature about the casting call. So basically what they did is they put ads in this magazine, and they were asking cosplayers to be extras for the sequel to Zeiram. So basically they didn't have to pay for making costumes and pay a bunch of other actors. They could just get people to do it for free or for very, very little money. I don't know if they paid them, but if they did, they probably paid them very, very little money. As you know, even your lead actor is probably not going to make much money. So yeah, but it was smart. I mean, Amamiya was very smart and to do that, because I would have done it for free. So some people were chosen, some people were not. They didn't choose everyone. But yeah, Mark and his Instagram page. Mark's changed his Instagram page name so many times, I actually don't remember what it's currently called, so you'll have to let everyone know. But he posts a lot of information on stuff like that. Even though he's trying to say I overpriced my book just a minute ago. I'm watching you, bro. Ninja Turtles 3! That's all I'm gonna say about Ninja Turtles 3. The mask? Whoa. Whoa. We have a feature about the original Ultraman Science Patrol helmet toy. We have another American toy feature about Toy Biz toys. I know Toy Biz toys are hot right now, the X-Men toys in particular, because of the X-Men 97. And check out the sick Ninja Turtles cartoon right there. It looks like Leonardo's fighting a turd, but that's an alien xenomorph, I guess. I guess we're supposed to be the aliens from the game. And there's literally, yeah, xenomorphs underneath, so it's probably supposed to be a xenomorph. Sorry, I also have completely forgot to switch back to the chat channel. Yeah, I'm trying to shout you out, man, and you're shooting me down. All right, here we go. Godzilla, King Ghidorah. What is that? What the fuck is that? What is this? Find out if you buy this issue. Zeiram issue of Uchuzen. This is volume 69, 1994. $20. All right. I honestly didn't know that some of those other ones had Zeiram stuff in them, but it turned out like that 3 out of 4 of the magazines I ended up grabbing had Zeiram stuff. This, obviously 2 of them I knew for sure. This is B Club feature. So this is B Club, not Uchuzen. And this is issue number 100. For some reason I thought I had more B Clubs. That's why I'm looking around, sorry. I thought I had more B Clubs. This is the only B Club I guess I grabbed. And this is one I would have kept if I didn't already have their special edition, like deluxe set about this. So this is Iria, which is the main female character from Zeiram. She's the bounty hunter that is tasked with capturing him or killing him. And this is the prequel story about how, she came to be, how she ends up in the movie, essentially, sort of. Although they kind of don't explain how she seems like she's just being made aware of Zeiram in the movie, but in this she meets him anyway. But anyway, it's a really cool animated series. You'll see clips of this a lot, and a lot of people don't know what it is. There was also a video game. But yeah, it's literally a prequel made to support the sequel of Zeiram that was released after Zeiram. Watch Zeiram. I made a post. I met the creator, who also made Kamen Rider ZO, last month? 2 months ago? The day that I posted it, it had already been over a month, so. Alrighty. Godzilla box sets. We got about 35 minutes left in the stream. I'm gonna blast for the rest of this. Hope you guys are still enjoying the stream and the side rants I'm doing here. Alright. Here we go. This is a really cool set. This is Godzilla, Mothra, King Ghidorah, They should have put Baragon on the title. Giant Monsters All Out Attack, GMK. I've almost never ever seen this set before. I've never even seen these, like, most of these figures loose. So these are like HG style figures, but they're like smaller than the Shokugan boxed HG figures. They're really unique. I've honestly never seen these, and this is another set that I was like, if no one goes for this, I'll probably keep it for myself. But again, it's one of those things. It's like I don't need it as much as I think it's awesome. So I'm gonna price it for that, you know, that reason. The things that I price high are often things that I want to keep. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure that's how you do things too. We're all collectors here, aren't we? Nah, dude, I really need to try to not keep stuff. I'm trying to not keep stuff. I'm trying to downsize. But this is really cool. So, GMK set, if you want it, for my lovely Patreon members, is another part of selling to only you means that the people that support me get these awesome items. So that means a lot to me. So even though it's not staying in my collection, it doesn't need to. I have too much shit. I would love for you guys to have some of this awesome stuff, but I have to price it appropriately to help fund what I do and also keep me, you know, from going, oh my god, I should have kept that set. You know what I mean? We're all collectors here. I'm gonna start cutting that into everything. Just kidding. Not really. I might do that. I think I'd have to get, because you've got Barrett. Let me get the light. Where's the light? Because it's hard to see what's in here. You know, if you're gonna pay a little bit more, you should at least see what's inside. So we've got GMK Godzilla. I love the sculpt of this Godzilla. It's like simplified, and as far as I can tell, these are not vinyl. These are just like the little injection molded plastic. You know, a little bit more rubbery plastic. You've got Mothra, the GMK Mothra, that's more waspy. You've got her egg, which I don't know if there's any other toys of that, and it's flat on this side, so you can display it. In the movie, it's in the lake. We have Baragon, everyone's favorite Baragon. I love Baragon. I've got some Baragon toys coming in the mail that will arrive soon that I will have for sale in the next one, GMK Baragon, and some classic Baragon. And then we have the GMK King Ghidorah. All right. So here is, this box is so crispy clean. It's like dead stock clean. Here's the back. Here's the assembly instructions in case you decide you want to open it and put them together. I don't judge. There is a bit of this corner here if you're very particular. Just so you know, this corner right here has a little dingage. Like the rest of it is like really nice. And I do not know if it's been opened or not. I think this is one of those sets where it's like a top loader. They generally never tape these. Yeah, you can see there's not even any place where there would have been tape residue. I have a lot of boxes like this by Bandai, and they don't ever tape them. They were just sold like this. I mean, people just don't steal shit here, didn't used to steal shit here. When people do steal stuff here, it's usually like drunk old men stealing ramen. It's like literally like that kind of stuff. Or it's tourists coming here and pickpocketing from other tourists. That's also a problem. So yeah, if you come to visit, you're generally gonna get your wallet back if you lose it. But if you're in a high tourist area like Asakusa or parts of Roppongi or Shinjuku, some areas, Harajuku, Shibuya, if you're in a really touristy place and you have your wallet hanging out and you look like a tourist, there's a high chance you might run into some issues. But I guarantee it's never gonna be a Japanese person. It's always gonna be, I know this, I swear, it's always gonna be someone that's here like as a tourist. There are Japanese thieves, but like I said, they're usually drunk old men stealing ramen and stuff like that. Unless you live in a shady part of Tokyo, and there are shady areas of Tokyo. There are just not many of them. All right, did I say a price for this? I haven't set a price for this. For the GMK set, did I say a price? Oh my god, I don't remember if I said a price. I didn't say a price. I forgot why I started going on a rant about wallets. I've lost my wallet twice and I've gotten them back. Yeah, I was talking about tops of boxes. Yeah, in the States they'd be open and stolen. That's why we were talking about it, yeah. That's true. These days, there's a lot more security stuff, like in shops. Like they'll like if you go to like some stores and they have Godzilla toys that are above like 3,000 yen, they'll have a security BP tag thing on them. GMK set. This is another set I'd probably have to get. I'd have to get 65. I'd have to get 65 for this set. 65 for the GMK set. Here's another Yutaka box set. This is a smaller one. This is one from my private collection. It's just, I love it. I'm trying to do only, you know, I have to be careful what I collect. So I'm only collecting the blister carded mini sets and the deluxe sets. So these kind of smaller sets, unless it's the finger puppets, I'm not collecting these. So I do have these loose. This is the Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla from 1993. This is Yutaka, super minty. I never opened this. The box has like a little warping on it, but that's just from hanging on the wall. It's like that. You could fix this warping. You just need to set something on top of it. The rest of the box is really clean. It has like this awesome little ID for the UNGCC Mechagodzilla on there, and there's like some cards or something in the back too. And I'll have to show you this with a light because you can't see Godzilla. Godzilla is very clear, but you can't see Godzilla very well because he's black. But yeah, Godzilla's in there, and there's some other stuff in the background. This set right here, if you want it, I would ask $35 for the Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla Yutaka mini set. How about some Maru-san? Check this out. This is a old school, like this is, so, you know, Maru-san started doing reissues and like they started doing new retro style sculpts, like brand new stuff that they had never released before in the 90s. And they really started to kick things off in the mid 90s, around the time that like Gamera 2 started to come out. So them and Ichigo and Bullmark were kind of like going full steam ahead around that point. And this is one of the items you could have gotten around that time or shortly after, between like 1996 and 1999. This is, 1998. Yep. Looks like this is 98. This is a Sofubi Maser tank. Like, this is so freaking cool. If I had space for this, I would totally keep this. I do not have space for this. This is so awesome. So, it's still mint on the card. This has never been opened. And you've got the little seal right there. You can see it. But the paper and stuff inside the plastic is kind of ratty. I highly recommend just open it and display it. It's just old and like, yeah, that insert paper inside just looks gross. I would take it out and display it next to your Godzilla stuff. No, I don't need to keep it. You can stop telling me to keep it. I need to make money for my family. I need to sell it. When you have 2 kids, you'll understand. This Maser tank, I would probably have to get 75. Thanks for trying to argue for me, though. $75. $75 for the Maru-san Maser tank. This is 100% soft vinyl, and there's even plugs in the bottom. I don't think they have like the coin bank slots on them, but they're essentially produced in the same way that they produce vinyl coin banks. Which is the same way they produce any vinyl. They just add the little plugs in the bottom instead of adding another joint. It's cheaper. Or you could just leave it open-ended, because you have to have a hole for the material to drip out of. Here's a cool little set that I've had in the past, but I've added stuff to it and I modified it. Because I know that there are some car fans here, and I'm not a huge car fan. I don't drive here in Japan. This is more of a transportation set, a Showa transportation set, if you will. That's what we're going to call this little lot. So we have a mixture of like Lamborghini Chorokyu, and these are so cool because they have the functioning suicide doors, or like the suicide doors, and what are the other kind of doors? And there's 2 kinds of doors. Anyway, and there's multiple cars in here that have the opening doors like that. There's another one, blue one. They're so freaking cool. And these were premiums that came as bonus prizes on top of coffee years ago. And there's also a Chorokyu. These are all produced by Takara. These are the original penny racers, essentially. This is a Chorokyu mint in box. This is a special edition. This is a Microman branded Chorokyu with rainbow stripes, and it has Microman Robot Man, or Biotron as he's known in Micronauts, on top with a Microman in his chest on the top printed. It's hard to see. It's really rad. I'm not going to take it out of the box. If you're a Microman collector, that's a really unique item. But if you like cars, and then there's a no riding your bicycle bag. This is like a faux leather bag that was in a Gachapon machine. It's got a keychain. You can keep all your cars stored inside. And there is a vintage 1970s toy, like gas truck or something. It's really cool. It's early 80s, late 70s, around that time. It's a cool little transportation set, vehicle set. Oh yeah, and there's a train with some little miniature train rails, miniature train plow. The transportation vehicle lot, if you want it, $15. $15. That's a steal. That's a steal right there. How about some Dragon Ball? I don't have much Dragon Ball in here, but I have some Dragon Ball. So this is a set of Dragon Ball Super soft vinyl toys. These are not finger puppets. Originally I thought these were finger puppets, but they're actually two-part articulated vinyl toys, and they're pretty cool. Like, I'm not super into this. It depends. Like the SD style, it's done well some ways. I don't usually like it in the humanoids. I like it with Kamen Riders and the Kaiju. When it comes to humans, I don't like it as much. But these aren't bad. I've seen worse. Like these aren't Funko Pops. These are pretty cool. I really like the way Broly looks, and I don't like Super Saiyan 3, and I'm not a big fan of Gotenks, but I really like this Gotenk Sofubi. So these two alone are really cool. These two, if you like Golden Frieza and blue-haired Super version Goku, I like some sculpts of him are okay. I'm not a huge fan of that. And there's a B set with him, or A set. Is this B set? There's an A and B set. I don't know if it's labeled on here, if I'm missing it. Set 1, set 2. Yeah, and there's also this set, which I don't have in here, which has got Whis and stuff. I used to have all these back in the day so these came out like years ago when my kids were still really small. 2016, so 8 years ago, when this was still airing on TV. And this was 2 years before the Broly movie came out, so this is the classic Broly. So this is still never been opened. If you want this set of two-part articulated, the heads turned, they're not finger puppets. Dragon Ball vinyl toys, all Dragon Ball stuff has started to go crazy expensive here and getting harder and harder to find just because there's been so much tourism here. When I mentioned the tourism and the pickpocketing becoming a problem, it's not a huge issue. It's not like, I'm not saying people are flooding here and pickpocketing. I'm saying there are pickpocketing issues going on that didn't exist before in the tourist areas, and the people that are being caught are almost always tourists. But I'm not trying to say tourists are bad. I am saying that there are so many tourists here, and they all love Dragon Ball. They all love Godzilla, and so much stuff is being bought up really quickly. It's just like in the last 12 months. It's insane. And the prices have started to shoot up on all of these things. So I tried to find the best deals and get them when I can. And those of you that cannot afford to come here and visit and go toy hunting and stuff, I'm giving you the chance to own some of this stuff before it dries up, because it's starting to dry up here, and it will eventually come back out, but a lot of it's being taken out of the country already. So this is something I want to address in a future podcast. I just kind of want to explain to you guys what's going on here, and like the state of why things are getting more expensive and why things are getting harder to find online. And a lot of you guys are aware of this, because I'm sure it's competitive online for auctions and eBay and stuff. So anyway, Dragon Ball. This is not anything like super rare or special. I'm just in general. This is pretty cool though. If you want it, $20. $20. Dragon Ball 4-pack Sofubi, $20. Speaking of SD Sofubi, Kamen Rider. And this is one of the sets Bandai produced in, Yutaka, subsidiary Bandai Yutaka, 1997. So around that time, they released Godzilla, Gamera, Ultraman, Kamen Rider, and maybe some of the Ultra Kaiju. I have various forms of the other ones. I don't have Kamen Rider, but I do have similar toys in this format of him. And I do have Godzilla, and I don't need any more boxes. So passing this on to you guys, He is very clean, never been displayed. I took him out of the box once, checked him. He's been like in this since day one. So check him out. He's got his like, this is sick, super sick. There are 0 scratches on this paint. It is gorgeous. And as you can see, it's a coin bank. And it's got the plug on the bottom, as I mentioned earlier. Yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful thing right here. If you see these, like even the Godzilla and Gamera ones, these typically sell for like around $40 to $50 now. But the Kamen Rider one is honestly, I think the Ultraman one is the one I see the most. The Kamen Rider one's the one I see the least. Because I've only ever seen it once. This is it. I mean, in the box. So, I would have to get, even just to break even on this guy, I'd have to get $45 on this, like, just to like break even after what I paid the tax and the shipping on it. That would basically break even on it. Sometimes I buy stuff and I think, oh, I just want to kind of get a feel for it, check it out, and then I'm like, this is cool, but I don't need it, and I'll just sell it to break even. But if I get a really good deal, then of course, why wouldn't I try to make a few dollars if this channel will disappear if I don't, you know? I haven't, by the way, I haven't gotten any complaints from anyone. But I have heard people complain to other people. You know, haters. There are haters. There's haters everywhere. Fuck them. This guy. He's not Mechagodzilla. He's not a Pokemon. Nope. He's neither. He's from Ultraman. And his name is Astugorun. I didn't watch this series. I watched like an episode. It looked cool. I heard it was good. Should I go back and watch this? I tried watching the brand new Ultraman series, the one that just came out. There's like, what, 5 or 6 episodes out? It's intriguing. I don't know. I hated the intro. I like some aspects of it. But when I saw 1 or 2 episodes of this, like the clips that I saw of this, it looked really, really cool. So is it worth getting into? Anyway, I see these all the time. I can get this again if I decide I really want to watch it, and I'm like, oh, I bought this to play with. I did take this out of the box and I played with it for like 10 minutes. It's really cool. I put it back in the box, passing the savings to you. If you want him, yeah, Ascaron. Ascaron. You could just say like Mecha Pokemon. He's literally just like a Mecha Pokemon. He's like a Evangelion Awakened Eva Unit 2 Pokemon and Kiryu all mixed together. If you want him, he is, and this is a fully articulated figure. You want me to take him out and show you? Here, let's have a little fun. I'm almost down to the end of this box, so there's only a few things left. I'll tell you, I have a couple more Godzilla things. One is really awesome. Calvin, I think one thing you've been looking for, if you're here, Calvin in the house. I can't recall if this is something you've picked up already. I know this is something you've asked about. I don't know if it's the right color though, but just a forewarning that something I have coming up is something you've asked about in the past. I'm not sure if it's the right version though. Calvin is a longtime member and is a gentleman, unsurpassed, who has helped me greatly. If you follow Instagram, you will know that he helped me acquire my Desu Goji that was featured in the Great Big Story, which was in part thanks, well, actually mostly thanks to Chibi Goji Toys. But yeah, Calvin negotiated all that for me and helped me get it over here, and he got me a really good deal. So that's like been one of the grails for a long time in that specific variant, because it's the same color as the Yutaka version, like the little cheap version of the. It's like I have them side by side and displayed. They didn't show it displayed like that, but I have them. They look like twins, except for the Yutaka one's mouth is open. Anyway, here's Ascaron. our Booty Garon. So you have to attach his tail. It comes in this little tray. And yeah, like is this part of the Ultra Action line? So they have the Ultra Action line, right? And this is, I guess, a branch of that, like the fully articulated figures. And check it out, he's got like translucent like eyes and like maser weapon or whatever they call it in the show. And he's got something, obviously there's attachments you can buy that attach to him. He doesn't come with attachments. This is what he comes with. This is all that you, like, even if you buy it brand new from the stores, this is what he comes with. He's a bare bones figure that you can buy attachments to, but he's really cool. And he has a lot of articulation. And I know that there's a figure arts version of this that costs like, probably like 4 times the price. And I swear, this probably has almost as much articulation as that thing. I mean, I've never played with it, but I mean, this has insane articulation. And the detail is actually not bad. I mean, it's pretty rad. It's pretty rad. Awesome. I mean, I can get more of these too. If you miss out on this and you want more, I can get more of these. Any Ultraman stuff, like check my my recent Ultraman toy hunting video. I don't just show the Ultraman Rising toys. I show some of the other new Ultraman toys, and I show some of the Godzilla toys. Which there's been new stuff that's come out since then. They just put out a Kiryu Godzilla, and the BANZAI Movie Monsters line that debuted 2 days ago, and we went out and bought yesterday. Looks great. I'm sure Shin Robjira or Ultrazilla. I don't know if you guys are watching. Hello if you are. If any of those guys are watching, but they typically cover those kind of toys. I used to try to do reviews of the BANZAI Movie Monsters, especially during COVID, because something to do. But yeah, I'll leave it to those guys. I'm not a great reviewer. I like to give information about stuff, but I don't like the mundane talking about details of just basic, you know, mass-produced toys. You know, I'm not shaming. I mean, I'm not shaming anyone that does make those videos. I watch those videos. I'm glad that Shin Robjira gets those toys as fast as he does, because I can tell whether or not I want to buy them based on what he says, like the day that they come out here in Japan, because sometimes they'll ship like a day or 2 before. In express shipping, you'll receive it often like the day of or day before that it actually comes out here. So that's interesting. All right, next item, Ultraman Shokugan. But yeah, I don't like doing reviews. They're frustrating to me. Although I have a kind of a review video coming, but it's more of an information video, more of a mini documentary, and Matt Alt will be back for that. So, yeah, it's gonna have robots in it. Ultraman Shokugan, this is a really nice figure. He's got translucent eyes, translucent color timer. Again, he's basically got SH Figure Arts articulation, or Microman articulation, Microman scale. He's got a bunch of different hands, he's got a stand, and it even comes with this little ship, which actually that's what this pole is for. That's to stand this up so it flies. And you can buy other attachments like the Spacium beam. He doesn't come with that. This is not part of this set. You have to buy a weapons like upgrade pack, which are cheap. I can also get those. They're always the only thing that are never sold out, so they're always in discount bins for like $2, like the little expansion weapon sets. They're always different too. They're not always the same weapons. You can kind of see. Here's like one of the little sets. You can see the Spacium beams right there, and there's some other random crap. There's a few versions of the Shodo Shokugan Ultraman. Like the differences are minor. It's like eye color and like the color timer being painted versus translucent. This is one of the earlier ones with the translucent color timer, because you know now that's a little more expensive to produce, so they just paint it. $15. Shodo, SHODO, or Shokugan Candy Toy Mini Ultraman, 3 3/4 Ultraman, whatever you want to call him. Small Ultraman action figure, $15. It sounds like there's a bell in there. There's not. It's just like the little plastic stand. Oh wait, I forgot I had this whole bag of other stuff too. That might have to wait till next time. All right, I'm gonna get through the last few little big items here. Any Dragon Ball fans in the house? This is another thing from my personal collection. I've had this for years. I've showcased this in several videos already, and I have other versions of these exact same figures loose. Again, I need to get rid of boxes of stuff. Here we go. Carnage. All my Dragon Ball fans that are watching. Here we go. Dragon Ball Z. This is a very, very rare set indeed. This is a Bandai Full Metal Jacket set, all right? So these were Keshi. So these are rubber figures like Kinnikuman or muscle type characters, and they have holes in their chest because they have die-cast metal armor. So these all have like bronze die-cast metal armor that fit right over top of the erasers, and they are super cool. This is B set. There were 2 sets, and the art. And this is not a bootleg. These are just this is screenshots from I believe the Cooler movie, where like Goku was Super Saiyan, but they didn't color his hair yellow. They colored it black because they didn't want to spoil it in the show. Yeah, or something like that. Here's some instructions of how the armor fits on. These box sets are basically non-existent. You don't see these anymore. They rarely pop up, and when they do, they're very expensive. I have the deluxe sets, and I have like a full set of these, like a full collection of these figures. I just don't need all the boxes. So this box has a little bit of fading, but again, you're almost never gonna find these. Almost never. These were also sold as gashapon in capsules. Here's a gachapon capsule. This is a King Ghidorah gachapon pencil holder, actually. If you guys want this, this is a black King Ghidorah Keshi pencil holder. Very, very nice. $10 if you want it. I think I asked $15 last time, no one grabbed it. $10 for black King Ghidorah Keshi pencil holder. Keshi. But yeah, they were also sold in those little capsules in the 90s. This is from 1992. Yeah, 92. And you can find them in the capsules in like purple colors. Like these will be purple, and they'll be like $15 to $20 per character. So that's already like $60 right there. Plus, you never see these boxes. When I do, they're always $100 or more these days. This is one I found years and years ago at a Superfest. And I think back then I paid like almost $50 for it, and that was a steal at that time. And the prices of these have gotten insane. I would have to get $75 for this. I mean, you're never gonna find this. I mean, if you do, congratulations. You're never gonna find this for under $100. And if you even ever find it, if you ever find it. So just letting you know. Yes, thank you, Carnage. Carnage is one of the few guys that knows what he's talking about. That's been on YouTube forever. That's been dealing with vintage Dragon Ball toys and had been a vintage Dragon Ball collector before I was even on YouTube. So trust us. If you're a Dragon Ball collector and you're a member of Patreon and you're not going for this, you're gonna kick yourself later if you collect vintage Dragon Ball stuff. All right, Calvin, are you here? This is the thing I was talking about earlier. I think Calvin might be gone. Well, I think this might be not the color that I think this might be the one he was not looking for. Anyway, I can get more. Ta-da! This is the Iwakura Bullmark 2004 Godzilla Bullmark series of kaiju, mint in box with a little ding on the one corner here, sealed. Glow-in-the-dark Bullmark Hyper Hobby exclusive with the glow-in-the-dark Tokyo Tower. Now I have this loose if you want to see what it looks like. And this is mint in the box. I've only ever found this mint in the box once before, and that was the one that I have in my personal copy of. And because originally it was sold in like a big cardboard piece, and this was inside the cardboard. I found mine like that at a book off like 15 years ago. This one I found recently, and this box is beautiful. It's beautiful. It's just got that one ding on the side there. But if you see this figure, all right, if you see this, it's never gonna have the box, and the box has little paper inserts and all this little stuff. It's just gonna be this. You'll see this on its own, and it's always gonna be like $40 to $50 these days. Now, that's the going price. It's like the cheapest you'll ever see one loose, like 3,500 yen. That's maybe the cheapest I've seen one loose. Okay, this one's mint in box, never opened. Both sides are still completely sealed. I just love this Jet Jaguar art on the side. I hope I have my. I mean, I'm pretty sure I kept my box, but let me show you what a figure looks like loose. I have it over here somewhere. Oh, my legs hurt. Yeah, here it is. Now, I think my Tokyo Tower has fallen down somewhere, and it's quite dusty. But, yeah. here's mine without the Tokyo Tower. And I can't demonstrate the glow-in-the-dark effect because it's broad daylight, and basically my collection room is made out of giant windows, so I have to put UV screens on them and cover them up. Even if I close everything, it's not going to be dark enough to see the glow. But yeah, this is a beautiful figure. So it's the classic giant Bullmark Godzilla, shrunken down, officially released through Bullmark via Iwakura, who does like Candy Toy Shokugan stuff. So yeah, it's got all the articulation. It is vinyl. You can actually, you know, heat it up and take it apart, you know, if you wanted to. Mine needs to be cleaned. But again, loose. These are going for $35, $45. Mint and box. If you want it, I would have to get $45. $45 for mint and box with a slight ding on one side. Glow in the dark Bullmark Godzilla Mini. However you want to name it, I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out what it's called. Okay, now here's something interesting. Here's a set. Now this is not a full dead stock box. This is folded over here. This whole section back here is empty, but you've got the Godzilla logo and all that. So this is like the dead stock box from the shop. I thought it would make a cool little bonus. So what you have here are the new line of Godzilla minifigures, and I'm not sure if these are being sold at some parts of the United States. Maybe Godzilla store might have in the United States. I'm not entirely sure, but the box itself is all in Japanese. But they are essentially like Keshi, but they're made out of PVC. They're injection molded plastic, so they're harder than Keshi, which means they'll last longer than Keshi. And I had one. Oh, maybe I took it somewhere. Anyway, you see they're like mystery colors, all right? And there's Mechagodzilla. These are all the characters that come in there. Mechagodzilla, King Ghidorah, Classic Godzilla, Heisei Godzilla, Mothra, and Classic 1954 Godzilla. So, and there's a bunch of different colors. So there's like each character could have, I think there's 3 or 4 different color potentials, and there are 4 characters inside. I will tell you that I bought a whole set and I opened everything, and my son and I kept the ones we wanted and a couple of the buildings, and then so everything else we put back in here. Most of it was ended up being doubles or colors that we didn't want. So nothing in here is a double. Everything in here is a different character or a different color. I will tell you that there are 2 Godzillas in here. They are not the same Godzilla, and there is 1 special chase color. So there are 4 in total, 4 different buildings. You'll notice they're different shaped buildings, different color buildings, 4 different character colors. These sell, I think these are, I can't remember, there's like $5 to $10 a piece, just because of these huge, because you've got a display building, because it opens up and it's like a capsule, and it basically turns into 2 buildings that you can display with your toys. So each piece is like 2 buildings and a figure. So I think I could do this. How about this? If you want to buy this whole lot with the box and everything, $35, $35. That way, I basically just recoup the money that I spent here. $35. That'll just help me make some money back. $35 for the did I say what was it called? New Godzilla minifigure set with buildings. I'm sure if you put that in there regarding the buildings, minifigures, Godzilla price, I'll figure it out. Sorry if I'm making it difficult on the what to call it. That probably doesn't help. All right, one more big Gamera item here. I bought this recently thinking I didn't have it, and I had it. I already have it. I already had them. This is a Gamera Guardian of the Universe 1995 Laserdisc. And I do collect Laserdiscs, not because I have a Laserdisc player, because I don't. I collect them because they just look gorgeous. They are like works of art paintings, and you can typically find these for really cheap in Japan. I don't know about in the US, I assume they'd be cheap there. And they have cool art, and there's often like pull out like posters or like art inside, and you've got this really awesome disc. It has a little Gamera inlay on the disc inside. But it's just cool having like the poster art, and it's like, you know, you can't really break it. It's like, it's cardboard. So it's cool. I like to just hang these up or have them stacked and go through them, you know, like giant trading cards. And it's got the obi, which is often missing, which is cool. They just look cool, right? This just looks cool. You should have that on your shelf with your Gamera toy in front of it. If you want this Gamera Laserdisc, I would do $15. $15, just because it has the obi and it's like really clean. I can get more like laser discs and I can get them cheaper, but like the kaiju laser discs are typically hard to find, so they're usually a little more expensive. But like I can find like Terminator, RoboCop, like those kinds of things. I can find lots of those like 80s and 90s movies on laser discs, especially Hollywood movies for like 100 yen. So if you want like those, they're not the cheapest to ship, but if you want a bunch of like Japanese laser discs of classic American action movies or Japanese movies are honestly really are harder to find than American movies on laser disc. Let me know. If you're a Patreon member, I do take requests. Oh yeah, Bruce Lee movies on laser disc. That's cool. I'm looking. I found some old Jackie Chan VHS and laser discs years ago. I think it might even be on video. I'm pretty sure I put it in one of my old Hobby Off Hachioji videos where I went with some friends, and I regret not buying them. I think it was too heavy. I didn't want to carry it because I was filming and carrying a bunch of other stuff. Yeah, but yeah, I wish I would have grabbed those. Anyway, we have gone through pretty much everything that was in this box, except for this bag. But it is 12 o'clock, and that is when I decided I was going to end this stream. So how about this? This is a lot of loose software, and I know there's a lot of people that wanted to watch this stream that couldn't join from the UK and other places. So how about this? We'll do a part 2 follow-up, and you guys let me know on Patreon. Let me know in the chat, not in the comments. Let me know in the chat. There's a Patreon chat if you have the app. Let me know when you would like to see a follow-up to this sale with all the extra leftovers, if there are any, and the small loose stuff we didn't get to. Because I can do that, this week because I'm off every day. So just let me know. And I will leave this stream up for the next 24 hours. I might leave it up for the week. I'm not sure. I think this went pretty well, except for a couple of side rants where I might have said too much. I don't know. You tell me. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining. We're going to end it here. I've got to get ready to send out DMs to you guys, to all of you guys. Thank you for making claims. Let's see, how many claims did we end up with on the Patreon? Wow, we've got some new members. I've just noticed that my membership level has gone up. So thank you guys for joining. That's awesome. I can't see the exact number yet until I turn this off and check my phone. But I can see just on the basic stats that the number has gone up. That is awesome. Thank you so much, guys. That means a lot. Okay, I'm gonna refresh this real quick. And how many claims do we have? It looks like we got around 27. Some of those might be my comments. Anyway, 25 or so claims. And I think that's roughly the amount of items that we had. So I think everything might be gone, guys. So if you joined today, thank you all for snagging something. Thank you for participating. If you joined because of this event and this sale, and you're looking forward to the lottery, I will be posting a separate video on Patreon, and then I'll post another one probably on YouTube as well, just to let everyone know that this is going on, and this is going to go out throughout the month. And then I will also showcase because I said this is going to be signed. There's going to be some extra stuff along with this one. And then I'm also going to have some drawings, illustrations that I'm going to do, and then maybe take some requests as far as illustrations go. So you guys can let me know as far as requests of illustrations. You can let me know in the comments of this video too. Not in the chat. Like let me know in the comments of this YouTube video or on Patreon in the chat there. This chat, it's hard for me to go back and check it. So that's what I mean. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna end it here, guys. Thanks again. I will see you soon with a follow-up sale. And then I have a new video coming out, which I mentioned earlier, so I'll give you a hint. It involves Maru-san, robots, and Matt Alt. See you guys later. Jeremy can't turn off the stream. He can't touch the button for some reason. He has to move his hand from the screen. Oh, there it goes. See you later. Bye-bye.